tonight is amazing. I take for granted. It's something that I'm, extremely humbled by and blown away by. To be in the conversation of those that share this title, I live by that. And my household is a household that's a product of that.
At 65, the world still cheers for Kevin Hart, the unstoppable, the stage conqueror, the man whose laughter once filled arenas. But behind the spotlight, behind the roaring applause, a haunting truth lingers. Shadows too heavy for anyone to carry follow him silently. Moments of pain the cameras never captured. Every joke, every grin, every red carpet smile masks scars that no one sees. Years of fame could never protect him from the storms life threw. Losses, regrets, and private battles weigh deeper than any role, any award, any sold-out show. Friends, family, and fans witness the legend, but few ever glimpse the man wrestling with emptiness, trying to hold on to joy that sometimes slips through his fingers. And yet, he keeps moving forward, a testament to endurance, a heartache hidden beneath charm and humor. Each laugh reminds us that even the brightest lights cast shadows. Stay with us as we uncover the untold layers of Kevin Hart's life, the moments that shook him to his core, and the story the world never expected. Hit like, follow along, and discover the truth behind the legend. Childhood and early struggles. Kevin was born into a world that demanded resilience from the very start. Growing up in Philadelphia, life was anything but easy. Every corner of his neighborhood seemed to echo with challenges. Streets that should have been filled with childhood innocence were instead marked by hardships, danger, and constant uncertainty. His mother worked tirelessly, taking on multiple jobs just to keep the family afloat, her hands worn and her spirit tested every day. She carried the weight of the household on her shoulders, often sacrificing her own dreams and comfort, so Kevin could have a chance at something better. His father, on the other hand, struggled with addiction. The instability at home was heavy, unpredictable, and sometimes frightening. Kevin learned early that the world could be harsh and that safety and comfort were luxuries not easily afforded. Even as a child, Kevin felt the weight of responsibility pressing down on him. There was no room for weakness. The laughter he shared with friends often masked a deeper pain he couldn't yet articulate. Every day brought new challenges, skipped meals, uncertain living situations, tense arguments in the home, and the shadow of fear that hung over him when he walked through the door. Financial hardship wasn't just a background detail, it was a constant, pressing force. Emotional turbulence at home tested him in ways most children never experience. But it was in these very struggles that Kevin began to discover something extraordinary: his voice. The ability to make people laugh, to bring a brief escape from their troubles, became his secret power. Even when he felt broken inside, he could create moments of joy for others, and that gave him a sense of purpose far greater than his years. The streets of Philadelphia were unforgiving. They taught him lessons about survival that many adults never truly understand. Kevin learned early on that life would not wait, that mistakes could carry serious consequences, and that resilience was not optional, it was necessary. Yet, even amidst the chaos, he found fleeting moments of happiness. Small joys, a joke shared with a friend, a playful game on the block, the excitement of a weekend escape became beacons of hope. These glimpses of light inspired him to dream bigger, to imagine a life beyond the limits of his environment. Comedy became more than a career path. It became a lifeline. It was a way to transform pain into purpose, to take the raw, often painful experiences of his youth and turn them into stories that could uplift, connect, and heal others. The humor he developed wasn't superficial. It was born from the depths of struggle, and it carried an authenticity that would later define his entire career. Loss touched Kevin's life early, in ways that left marks that would never fully fade. His mother, the constant anchor in his chaotic world, was often absent not by choice, but by circumstance, pulled away by work or exhaustion. That absence left a void that fame, success, or fortune could never fill. Yet he carried her in his heart in everything he did. Every triumph, every standing ovation, was whispered back to her memory. He used the strength she instilled in him to push forward, even when the weight of life threatened to pull him under. Her resilience became his blueprint, a silent guide that shaped his approach to hardship, relationships, and the challenges of growing up in an unforgiving environment. Beyond home life, Kevin's world was also shaped by the wider community he navigated. He saw friends and neighbors fall to circumstances beyond their control, people trapped by cycles of poverty, violence, or addiction. Those experiences could have hardened him, made him cynical, or broken his spirit. Instead, they fueled a determination to rise above. He understood early that laughter could be both a shield and a sword. It could protect him from despair, and it could also disarm the world in moments when life felt too heavy. Every joke, every story, every playful gesture became part of his survival toolkit, shaping the way he interacted with people and the way he saw the world. By his teenage years, Kevin had already faced challenges that many adults would struggle to survive. Yet, he carried a quiet courage, a resilience forged in the fires of his childhood. The hardships taught him empathy. He could see pain in others and respond with kindness, humor, or understanding. The early struggles gave him a depth of character, a perspective that few could claim. They also sparked a dream that one day he could take everything he had endured and turn it into a force for good, a way to touch people's lives, to make them laugh, to help them forget their troubles, even if only for a few moments. These early experiences, filled with struggle, loss, and fleeting joys, shaped the man Kevin would become. They left shadows that would never fully disappear, yet they also left gifts: resilience, empathy, humor, and an unwavering desire to rise above adversity. They were the crucible in which his talent, his voice, and his future were forged. From the chaos of Philadelphia to the stages of the world, Kevin carried those lessons quietly with him, turning pain into performance, hardship into laughter, and a difficult childhood into a story of hope that could inspire millions. Career rise and failures. Kevin's journey to stardom was far from easy. Every step forward felt hard-won, carved out through struggle, late nights, and countless moments of doubt. He started performing in small clubs, tiny venues where the audience was sparse and the air was thick with uncertainty. Often, he faced rejection, ridicule, and harsh critiques that could have crushed anyone's spirit. Some nights, he would leave the stage with no applause, just the echo of silence, wondering if all the effort was worth it. Yet, each no became fuel for him. Each failure taught him something new about timing, delivery, and connection. Every misstep, every awkward moment in front of an unforgiving crowd became a lesson in perseverance, in resilience. Kevin learned early that the path to greatness was littered with disappointments, but it was the persistence in the face of them that defined a true performer. His comedy, from the very beginning, reflected life itself, raw, honest, and unflinchingly vulnerable. Kevin didn't shy away from the truths of his own struggles. He spoke about pain, mistakes, and imperfections with a candidness that few could match. Audiences laughed, sometimes uncontrollably, sometimes in relief, as if his jokes were a lifeline in their own difficult lives. But few realized that behind the laughter was a deeper layer of insecurity. Kevin's humor often masked fears he could not easily speak of. The fear of failure, the fear of losing those he loved, the fear that the boy from Philadelphia would never truly escape the shadows of his past. Every joke had a shadow behind it, a reminder of vulnerability that he had learned to carry with grace. The rise to fame was gradual, yet relentless. Small gigs turned into bigger shows led to movie roles, and soon, Kevin's face became recognizable across screens and stages. Stand-up specials drew sold-out crowds, each performance a testament to countless hours of preparation, refining, and pushing himself beyond limits. Slowly, the world began to notice him not just as a funny man, but as a storyteller, someone who could capture the human experience in laughter and tears. Yet, even as his star rose, failure remained a constant companion. Some movies flopped despite his efforts. Some opportunities slipped away at the last moment, like doors closing just when he thought they would open. The public often saw the glamour, the success, the fame, but behind it all, Kevin felt the pressure mounting, like a storm that never quite passed. Fame, as many would envy, came with a hidden cost. Endless schedules, cross-country tours, interviews, film shoots, and the constant scrutiny of the public eye became a relentless weight. Every word spoken, every appearance was analyzed. Every misstep risked judgment. And through it all, Kevin continued to push himself harder, often ignoring the limits of his own mind and body. Work became a kind of refuge, a way to drown out the personal pain that lingered from his childhood and early struggles. Success was a balm he hoped would heal old wounds, yet the more he chased it, the heavier the toll became. Nights spent on stage were followed by exhaustion so deep that sleep sometimes felt like a luxury he could not afford. Behind the bright lights and roaring laughter, there were moments of fatigue, self-doubt, and a gnawing fear of losing it all. Even triumphs carried their own weight. Every award, every sold-out show, every standing ovation was accompanied by the silent battles he fought alone, moments of questioning, of wondering if he was truly enough. Kevin's career was a delicate balance between external success and internal struggle, between the persona he presented to the world and the boy still carrying the shadows of Philadelphia. In this duality, he learned something profound, that fame does not erase pain, it only exposes it in new ways. Each setback felt magnified, each disappointment sharper. The higher he rose, the more intense the pressure became, and yet he continued, driven by an unyielding determination to create, to connect, to share his voice. Kevin's career is, in many ways, a story of triumph shadowed by struggle. Every milestone represents not just achievement, but the countless battles fought in silence. The laughter he evokes, the joy he delivers, carries the echoes of pain he refuses to let define him. Fame has never shielded him from hardship. It has often amplified it, turning small failures into public events, turning private fears into shared speculation. And yet, through all the highs and lows, Kevin remains steadfast. He persists, driven not by vanity, but by the understanding that every joke, every story, every performance is an opportunity to transform his own struggle into something that can touch others, inspire them, and perhaps, in some small way, heal a little of the world's pain. The story of Kevin's rise is not just a tale of talent, but of endurance. It is a chronicle of a man who has faced the unkindness of the world and responded not with surrender, but with relentless effort. It is a journey that proves greatness is not measured only by fame or fortune, but by the courage to continue when the odds are stacked, when the nights are long, and when the applause seems distant. Kevin's career, with all its victories and failures, is a testament to the human spirit, a reminder that even in the glare of the spotlight, the battles within continue, shaping the person we become and the legacy we leave behind. Personal life and loss. Behind the bright lights and roaring applause, Kevin is first and foremost a human being, a man who has loved deeply, lost painfully, and navigated the harsh truths of life with courage that few can truly understand. Fame and fortune may make his name known across the world, but they do not shield him from the vulnerabilities that touch every person's heart. His personal life has been a journey of both immense joy and profound challenge, a delicate balancing act between love, responsibility, and the pressures that come with being constantly in the public eye. Family brought moments of unparalleled happiness, the laughter of children, the warmth of connection, the small, ordinary joys that make life meaningful. Yet family also brought complications and trials that tested him in ways fame never could. Relationships were shaped and strained by long hours, travel schedules, and the persistent demands of a career that never sleeps. Personal insecurities sometimes crept in, quietly undermining even the most joyful moments, leaving him to wrestle with doubts that could not be aired publicly. Perhaps the deepest and most lasting mark on Kevin's life came from the loss of his mother. From the very beginning, she had been his anchor, the steady presence in a world that often felt unsteady. Her love, guidance, and unwavering belief in him provided a foundation he leaned on throughout his youth. When she passed, it left a hole that could not be filled, a wound that time and success could never fully heal. Even after decades of sold-out shows, movie roles, and public recognition, her absence remains a quiet ache. Every achievement carries with it a shadow of longing, a reminder that the person who once believed in him the most was no longer there to share in the triumphs or offer comfort in the defeats. The grief of her loss has been a constant companion, shaping Kevin in ways that the public rarely sees, adding depth and vulnerability to the persona he presents on stage and on screen. Fatherhood brought both immense joy and heavy responsibility. The love for his children is deep and transformative, giving him purpose beyond the spotlight. Yet it also brought fear of failing the very people he cherishes most, fear that the mistakes of the past could somehow ripple forward. Balancing career, family, and emotional well-being proved to be a constant struggle. There were nights when exhaustion and self-doubt threatened to overwhelm him, when the demands of work and the needs of family seemed irreconcilable. The world often sees a carefully curated image of celebrities living perfect lives, but Kevin's reality is far more complex. The struggle to be present, to nurture, to love, and to grow as a father while maintaining a demanding career is a challenge few can fully appreciate. Kevin's life is a stark reminder that wealth, fame, and success cannot insulate a person from heartbreak. The highs may dazzle the world, the standing ovations, the awards, the international recognition, but the lows are equally intense, often hidden behind a carefully crafted exterior. The public applauds accomplishments, yet rarely witnesses the private battle, the long nights of self-doubt, the moments of quiet sorrow, and the enduring emotional weight carried silently. Every tear shed in private, every sleepless night spent wrestling with fear or grief is part of the story that fame alone cannot tell. Kevin knows the fragility of life, the way loss can strike suddenly, and the lasting impact it can have on a person's spirit. It is in these moments, often unseen and uncelebrated, that true resilience is forged. Through loss, Kevin discovered a depth of strength he might never have known otherwise. Through heartache, he developed empathy, a sensitivity to the pain and struggles of others that adds an undeniable authenticity to his work. Through every challenge and every setback, he learned perspectives that money or fame could never buy, that life is fleeting, that love is precious, and that the victories that matter most are not always measured in applause, but in survival, perseverance, and the relationships we nurture along the way. Kevin's story is not just one of celebrity, it is a human story, a tale of a man who has experienced the full spectrum of life's emotions and who continues to carry forward with courage, love, and an unwavering commitment to those who matter most. Even as the world cheers for his successes, Kevin's heart carries the quiet weight of everything he has endured. Every smile, every laugh, every performance contains layers of struggle, of pain transformed into art, of personal battles fought in silence. It is a reminder that behind every public figure is a private human being, someone who must navigate the joys and sorrows of life just like anyone else. And it is this humanity, this combination of vulnerability and strength that makes Kevin not only a star, but a symbol of perseverance, of the enduring power of love, and of the courage it takes to face loss while continuing to move forward. Physical and mental struggles. At 65, Kevin's body tells stories as powerful and layered as his career. Every scar, every ache, every moment of fatigue carries with it decades of relentless work, long tours, late-night performances, and demanding filming schedules. The physical toll of a lifetime in the spotlight is often invisible to fans, but it is felt deeply in the quiet moments, when the adrenaline fades and the exhaustion sets in. Years of performing on stage, projecting energy to tens of thousands of people, traveling constantly, and managing a career that never truly rests, left his body strained, worn, and vulnerable. Even as audiences cheered and celebrated, Kevin's body endured the hidden cost of living life at a relentless pace. A turning point came in the form of a severe car accident, one that dramatically altered the course of his physical health. The accident left him with a damaged spine, a painful reminder that even someone who seems larger than life can be brought face to face with fragility. Months of rehabilitation and intense physical therapy became an unchosen reality. The simplest of daily activities, walking, bending, lifting, were suddenly monumental tasks. Pain became an uninvited companion, a constant, silent teacher of human vulnerability. Every step forward required effort. Every movement was a small victory, and every moment of progress carried with it both relief and exhaustion. Kevin learned firsthand that the human body, no matter how strong or conditioned, has limits that cannot be ignored. Alongside the physical struggles came mental battles, equally relentless and taxing. The pressure to perform, maintain relevance, and meet both personal and professional obligations weighed heavily on him. Anxiety, stress, and moments of self-doubt often collided with the public persona of confidence, charm, and humor that fans adored. Even the funniest man alive is not immune to inner turmoil. There were nights when the laughter of an audience could not drown out the whispering fears in his mind. Fear of failure, fear of disappointing loved ones, fear of losing himself in the demands of life. Depression and uncertainty crept, often hidden behind the mask of charisma, a private struggle juxtaposed against public celebration. These were the shadows that fame could not erase, the moments when Kevin had to confront the truth that being admired does not make one invincible. Recovery, both physical and mental, became a testament to resilience. Every step in regaining mobility was painstaking, every small milestone hard-won through effort, patience, and persistence. Kevin had to confront limitations he had never faced before, learning humility in the process. The journey taught him a new definition of strength, not the illusion of endless energy, but the quiet courage to face life's harsh realities without giving up. Physical therapy sessions were grueling, yet each accomplishment brought renewed determination. Each movement regained, no matter how small, was a victory over the body's betrayal, a declaration that he would not surrender to circumstances beyond his control. Kevin's struggles also highlighted the inseparable connection between body and mind. Physical pain amplified mental stress, and mental battles often manifested in physical tension. He learned the importance of patience, self-care, and seeking support, acknowledging that resilience does not mean facing hardships alone. Friends, family, and medical professionals became crucial pillars, providing the encouragement and guidance needed to navigate the dark periods. The process was slow, often frustrating, but it demonstrated a vital lesson. Strength is not only measured in stamina or talent, but in the courage to continue despite adversity. This chapter of Kevin's life is a profound reminder of human fragility, no matter the fame, fortune, or perception of invincibility. Even those who appear larger than life are subject to the same vulnerabilities, the same physical limitations, and the same mental struggles that every human faces. Pain cannot always be avoided, nor can fear or uncertainty be erased. But determination, inner strength, and the support of others can make the unbearable more manageable. Kevin's journey through injury, rehabilitation, and the shadows of mental strain stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It reminds us that even amidst the brightest spotlight, the private battles can be the hardest fought, and the quiet triumphs are often the most profound. Through these experiences, Kevin's story becomes universal. His struggles, pain, fear, recovery resonate beyond celebrity, connecting him to anyone who has faced obstacles, physical limitations, or emotional burdens. It teaches that adversity is not selective. It touches all, and overcoming it requires courage, patience, and the willingness to face life honestly. Kevin's journey illuminates that true strength is not the absence of pain, but the ability to persevere, to rise after every setback, and to embrace life fully, even when the body falters and the mind wavers. In every ache, in every challenge, he embodies resilience, and his story stands as an enduring reminder that human struggles are universal and that survival and perseverance are among life's greatest victories. Reflection, redemption, and legacy. Today, Kevin Hart is more than a comedian. He is a man shaped by a lifetime of struggle, loss, and ultimately, redemption. The laughter he has shared with millions around the world is only one part of his story. Behind every joke, every stage performance, and every film role lies a journey marked by perseverance, heartbreak, and self-discovery. Kevin has taken the time to reflect on his life with rare honesty, acknowledging both his triumphs and his mistakes. He does not shy away from the darker chapters, the moments of failure, the times when personal pain threatened to overwhelm him, the challenges that tested the very core of who he is. In embracing these truths, Kevin has found a profound understanding of himself, and in doing so, has forged a path toward redemption that goes far beyond the spotlight. The pain he endured, from the hardships of his childhood to the losses and struggles of adulthood, has been transformed into wisdom and compassion. Each challenge, each setback, contributed to a deeper sense of empathy for others, a recognition that life is unpredictable and often unfair. Kevin has learned that true strength is not measured by success or recognition, but by the ability to rise after falling, to forgive oneself, and to grow from adversity. The wisdom he carries is not theoretical, it is lived, shaped by experiences that left scars both visible and invisible. These scars are not symbols of weakness, but proof of resilience, evidence of a life fully experienced and courageously navigated. Kevin's legacy extends far beyond laughter. While the world may remember him for his comedic genius, the lessons embedded in his story carry a weight far greater than entertainment alone. His legacy is resilience. It is the unwavering lesson that the worth of a life is not measured in applause, awards, or wealth, but in the courage to confront adversity, the love and care shared with family, and the ability to continue moving forward, even when the path seems impossible. Through his journey, Kevin demonstrates that even the most celebrated figures carry human vulnerabilities, and even the brightest smiles can hide moments of profound pain. It is this duality, public triumph and private struggle, that makes his story not just inspiring, but profoundly relatable. Through every challenge, Kevin has become a source of inspiration for millions worldwide, not simply because he makes people laugh, but because he embodies the message that perseverance is possible, even in the face of overwhelming obstacles. His journey mirrors the human experience itself. Moments of joy intertwined with sorrow, victories shadowed by trials, and the constant opportunity to grow stronger from life's challenges. In watching Kevin navigate life, audiences are reminded that struggle does not diminish worth, but can illuminate character, courage, and the capacity to endure. At 65, Kevin's life reflects a delicate balance between triumph and tragedy, humor and pain, fame and humanity. It is a reminder that the human spirit, though tested and battered, is capable of adaptation, endurance, and flourishing. His story teaches us that legacy is not simply what is remembered in the public eye, but the values, lessons, and resilience we pass on through our actions and choices. Kevin Hart's life, in all its complexity, stands as a testament to the enduring power of reflection, redemption, and the indelible mark one can leave on the world, not just through laughter, but through courage, love, and the example of a spirit that refuses to be defeated. Kevin Hart's life is a powerful story of laughter and heartbreak, of triumph and pain. At 65, the man who has made millions smile continues to face the struggles that fame and fortune cannot erase. His journey teaches us that beneath every public persona is a human story, one of resilience, courage, and profound humanity. If Kevin's story moved you, remember that every life has hidden battles, and every person has a story worth hearing. Subscribe to our channel for more emotional journeys behind the legends. Like this video, comment below to share which part of Kevin's life touched you the most, and share this story so others can see the human side behind the fame. Kevin Hart's tragedy is beyond heartbreaking, yet it is also a story of inspiration, a reminder that even amidst pain, laughter, and resilience can coexist. His legacy is not just in comedy, but in the human spirit. He represents a spirit that endures, rises, and teaches us that every struggle has meaning.